In the History app, stream thousands of episodes of history shows now.
The 7 deadly sins are thought of as pathways to damnation. Of these sins, one of the most insidious is thought to be that of envy. At least according to Catholic doctrine. But there have always been other opinions.
In some cultures, envy is considered a fairly natural and inevitable expression that successful people simply have to plan upon.
Around 500 BC, the Greeks thought of envy not as a deadly sin, but as a political tactic.
The common people wrote the name of a person they would like to be removed from the city on a shard of pottery called an ostracon, and that's the origin of our word ostracism. And if enough people voted for one person, that person was ostracized from Athens for a period of 10 years. The purpose of ostracism was in part to keep people from getting too much political power or to punish people who in fact behaved badly. But there was an element that allowed envy to be the motive as well. Envy, any grudge, any whim could be expressed against a person by writing their name on a shard of pottery and putting it in, and they were gone.
Officially, there was no shame to being ostracized. However, if a citizen didn't leave Athens within 10 days, the penalty was death. One prominent citizen voted into exile was Aristides the Just, so-called because of his high moral qualities. It was exactly these positive attributes that turned the envious against him.
The story goes, Aristides saw a citizen writing his name on a shard of pottery and went up and said, "Who is this Aristides, and why would you want to ostracize him?" And the response was, "He hasn't done anything wrong, but I'm always hearing about how wonderful and noble he is, and it really irritates me."
At the same time the Athenians were exiling their most noble citizens, the lotus of Buddhism was blooming in India. For Buddhists, the Western concept of envy is a combination of two words, one meaning covetousness and one meaning jealousy. Both conditions are roadblocks on the path to enlightenment and nirvana.
What's happening in envy is that we're stuck on an image of ourselves as incapable, incompetent, and we tend to project our aspirations and our competence onto others, and then say, if only I had it.
The Buddha taught that envious souls are reborn into the violent realm of Titans.
The Titans, always feeling inadequate, they're always being driven. Whatever they achieve never feels like a success. Nothing is ever good enough because they're stuck on this internal sense of inadequacy that's spoiling all the good things that might come their way. From a Buddhist point of view, always emphasizing the optimistic side, one person can produce a good result, then one should be happy about that, because if we're really understanding that correctly, we're understanding that, well, if he can do it, I can do it too. And maybe I can even learn, piggyback, or maybe I don't need to do what I wanted to do because he did it and I can just enjoy the results.
While the Buddhists view envy as a dead end, according to other religions, some kinds of envy could actually encourage spiritual growth.
envy in Judaism is actually not a sin. It can, in fact, be a spur to something good. It depends what kind of envy. So there is a statement in rabbinic literature that the envy of scholars increases wisdom. Because if you know more than me and I want to know more, I'll grow in wisdom. Envy only becomes a sin when it means that what you have, I'm going to take from you.
In the Middle East, many have taken to referring to this type of envy as the evil eye. It's the hateful stare the envious give those whom they bitterly resent.
Jesus himself even referred to the evil eye in one of the parables, the parable of the vineyards and the laborers who were less successful through the evil eye of the successful laborer.
For thousands of years, the best way to defeat the stare of the evil eye has been to stare back with a special charm.
Anyone who's traveled in parts of the Middle East or in Greece or on the Mediterranean sees these blue eyes everywhere. They're hanging at the entrances to homes and businesses. They're melted into the sidewalk. They're on your tea glass. And we refer to it in the West as the evil eye, but it's actually not the evil eye. It's warding off the evil eye.
In the 7th century AD, a powerful new religion arose in the Middle East. Although Islam challenged Christianity both spiritually and politically, the popes might have agreed with Muhammad's attitude toward the 7 deadly sins, including envy.
The Quran refers to envy as hasad, and definitely specifies envy as a sin, and a major sin. There's a teaching of Muhammad that says that envy destroys good deeds as fire destroys dry wood.
Beware of good fortune, for envy follows close behind.
You would add on to, that's a great car. You would say, Masha Allah, which means it's what God has willed. And that's like a code word meaning, and I'm not jealous, or I'm not envious.
Around the world, envy has gone hand in hand with evil magic. Just open any book of fairy tales.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs very explicitly describes envy as being at the heart of the story. The queen is always asking her magic mirror who is the fairest of them all, and the mirror, of course, says that she is, until Snow White becomes the fairest in the land. The exact words of the Brothers Grimm is that the queen turned yellow and green with envy.
Literature can give us the vicarious experience of feeling envious or being envied. Religious tradition can give envy a face, the face of a demon.